Curry and LeBron James are already NBA legends. But if one of them wins another ring this year, whose legacy changes more? Does Steph cement his spot among the all-time greats? Or does LeBron finally close the GOAT debate? Let's break it down. With both future Hall of Famers chasing a fifth title, would another championship mean more for Curry's legacy or for LeBron's? Dan Favale believes this all comes down to legacy flexibility. He says LeBron is already seen as either the greatest or second greatest player of all time. So even if he wins a fifth ring, most fans who still have Jordan at number 1 likely won't change their mind. But Steph? He's in a much wider range of debate. Top 10? Top 15? Maybe even top 25. That varies depending on who you ask. And unlike LeBron, Favale notes that skeptics still claim Steph wasn't the best player on all his title teams, especially in the Durant years. But if he wins one more title, without KD, that narrative disappears. And it could elevate Steph into the Tim Duncan/Kobe Bryant tier of greatness. Greg Swartz makes the case for LeBron. He argues that while Curry could strengthen his top 10 case, James is still chasing the GOAT title, something Curry isn't really in the conversation for. Swartz highlights LeBron's unmatched resume: all-time leading scorer, most All-Star appearances, most All-NBA teams. At age 40, he's still playing elite basketball, and if he gets that fifth ring, he'd be just one shy of Jordan's 6. Swartz believes that could push LeBron even closer to overtaking MJ in the eyes of more fans. Zach Buckley says there isn't even a debate. LeBron's legacy is already cemented. He's locked into most people's top 2. But Curry still has more room to climb. Despite revolutionizing the game, Buckley says Steph is often praised for his impact, more than his placement among the all-time elite. A fifth ring, especially without Durant, could shift that narrative. It forces people to recognize him not just as a revolutionary shooter, but as one of the absolute best to ever play. Andy Bailey agrees with Buckley. He points out that even if LeBron gets another ring, most Jordan fans will still lean on the 6-0 finals record. But for Curry, a fifth title would be monumental. He'd match Duncan, Kobe, and Magic Johnson in rings. And that would make the argument to rank him above those legends way more legitimate. Bailey also adds that if Curry wins and LeBron doesn't, Steph would not only hold more championships, but also a 3-1 record against LeBron in the finals. Eric Pincus believes Curry still has something to prove. LeBron doesn't. He says another title for Steph would move him from GOAT shooter to a legitimate GOAT contender. Yes, the 2022 title without Durant helped his legacy a lot. But Pincus argues that one more would completely silence any remaining critics about his ability to lead a dynasty. Grant Hughes also leans toward Curry. He says LeBron's fifth ring might be remembered more as Luka Doncic's first, especially if Luka dominates. But if the Warriors win, there's no doubt who gets the credit. It's Steph's team. It's Steph's legacy boost. Another title would tie Curry with Magic, Duncan, and Kobe. And it could solidify him as the defining player of this era. So what's the expert consensus? 5 out of 6 analysts believe Steph Curry has more to gain with the 5th championship. For LeBron, it's about chasing Jordan. For Curry, it's about cementing his place among the top 10, maybe even the top 5. But let's not forget the other possibility. What if neither of them wins a 5th ring? Does that freeze their legacies where they are? Some would say yes. LeBron likely retires with 4 titles, unmatched longevity, and a permanent spot in the top 2. Steph, on the other hand, would remain a revolutionary icon, but maybe not quite at the Duncan or Magic level in terms of legacy. Without that 5th title, both would still be historic, but that final chapter would feel unfinished. So what happens now? Both teams are fighting just to stay in the playoff picture. The Lakers are inconsistent but dangerous. The Warriors, still unpredictable, but if Curry gets hot at the right time, nobody wants to see them in a 7-game series. This could be the final real shot at a title for either legend. And with both on the same side of the bracket, we might even get one last Steph versus LeBron showdown. Everything is on the line, and history is waiting. Now it's your turn. Does a 5th ring lock Steph into the pantheon of all-time greats? Or does it finally give LeBron the edge over MJ? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more NBA debates and breakdowns.